Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be opening up the 100 overall option pack that you get from completing collector level here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, and we're going to be discussing whether or not collector level is worth completing here in MyTEAM this year. Spoiler alert, the answer is no, it's not. But we're going to talk about why that is in this video. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm on my boy Anthony's account for this video. He has completed collector level and therefore has this 100 overall option pack that is the ultimate reward for completing collector level, as y'all probably, I guess, would see down here under completed lifetime agendas. Now, collector level is right here, and for completing collector level this year, you get a bunch of random rewards here, 2 Hoff badges, 2,500 MT, bunch of random players, more Hoff badges, 3 more, 35,000 MT, 5 more Hall of Fame badges, 40,000 MT, 50,000 MT, bunch of gold, silver, and bronze badges, a coach, 75,000 MT, and every Hall of Fame badge, in addition to the 100 overall option pack, which gives you a choice of 2 of the previously released 100 overalls, as well as a bunch of players. But honestly, the only players that you would likely consider using are Nate Thurmond and maybe Grant Hill at this point in the game with how good lineups are. Nate Thurmond is still an incredible card, though, one of the very best power forwards in the game without a doubt. But with that being said, as a whole, it's not worth locking in. It's not worth completing. It's not worth doing. Unless you have done it all year and you have kept up with collector level and you are right there, it is not worth buying the cards, grinding the game, trying to get this many player cards. That being said, if you're not close to collector level, you realistically can't complete it feasibly anytime soon anyway, because there are not that many cards available in this game, and a lot of the cards that people like Anthony have in their collection are cards from earlier seasons. Lots of reward cards. Look, if you go through here, he has pretty close to every single card in the game, and I truly do mean basically every single card in the game. I mean, he is very, very close to having nearly every single player card from all of these seasons and stuff. He doesn't have every single one, but he's got most of them, and outside of a bunch of gambling cards, basically, and that is what it requires to complete collector level. So you do, yes, get a set of every single Hall of Fame badge at the end for the last tier, which is right here, obviously, and that does just include all of the next-gen badges. Does not include the badges that are like in between next, current-gen hybrid badges or whatever that aren't like a movable enforcer and badges of that sort that are next-gen exclusive or whatever are not included in this list. But unfortunately, the other thing that really sucks about this 100 overall option pack does not include Yao Ming. If it included Yao Ming, I would sit here and say it was more okay, but it is a set pack with 10 cards in it, and y'all can see what the 10 cards in it are right now. I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with y'all. I know all of these guys are 100 overalls. I know all of these guys are NBA legends. None of these cards have a changed release, and therefore their quote-unquote end-game versions of their cards that do have a changed release will be better than all of these 100 overalls are. The best 100 overalls, if you were to lock in, are probably T-Mac, LeBron, Giannis, and then maybe Kareem or Dirk/KG, kind of. But realistically, I think it's Giannis, Kareem, T-Mac, and LeBron are realistically the only ones that would even be, I think, worth considering at this point. The thing is, a lot of these 100 overalls are great cards, no doubt about it. In fact, all of them are at least very, very solid cards. But without changed animations, like, they're all going to be outclassed by their own versions at some point. You know what I mean? By their better versions. And Anthony told me he wants me to pick LeBron and Giannis, so I'm picking LeBron and Giannis for him because he said those are the guys that he wants. So we are picking LeBron and Giannis from this one, obviously, and I think that's probably who I would pick myself as well if I were locking this in, would be LeBron and Giannis. The thing is, though, is LeBron, like, I think Clyde Drexler and Gilbert Arenas, or Clyde Drexler, Shea, Gilbert Arenas, Eddie Jones, you're fine at point guard with free cards. Who needs LeBron? Small forward position, Giannis is super glitchy, yes, but I mean, we got a free Dark Matter Damari Stoudemire right here. Lots and lots of other free content as well, and really, I mean, there's free counters to all of these guys, and I don't think any of these guys, compared to the top gambling options especially, are anything special at this point in the game. Like, 100 overall Giannis makes this team, as does LeBron, sure, but neither of them, I don't think, are game-changing cards at this point. None of these 100 overalls, in all honesty, are game-changing cards. Now, if Yao was in this pack, that would be a different statement, but Yao is 7'6", and, of course, 2K decides to not put Yao in the pack, which, again, 2K knows exactly what they're doing. This is all just a money grab. It's all greed. That's all this is. And if we look at it at anything else other than that, we're fooling ourselves. And that's the honest truth. Y'all are fooling yourself if you look at this as anything else other than their greed. Changing with no notice whatsoever a collector level reward, that has been promised all year to be a Kobe Bryant card, and then taking that away at the last second and replacing it with recycled 100 overalls and not even including the best one is pretty unacceptable in my personal opinion. And I think this is, like I was saying earlier today in my last video, this is definitely a new low for 2K and pretty remarkable even by their standards in terms of just pure greed and poor questionable decision making. But as a whole, the main question for this video is it worth locking in? The answer is no. Plain and simple, it is not worth locking in. In fact, I have 1,760 some odd cards on my account right now, and I am seriously tempted to go through and sell, and I probably will, in fact, go through and sell every single disposable card that I do have in my account at this point just to get as much MT as possible, because I can use that MT to lock in these sets with MT, and that is about the only thing that MT is worth using. Unfortunately, collector level has now been ruined, so it's not good for the second year in a row. Last year it wasn't good, obviously, because they didn't release it until the end of the year, and even then they didn't tell us who it was ever going to be, and it wound up being an in-game Rashard Lewis that was literally just an exact clone of in-game KD, and unfortunately a very disappointing, mediocre card at the end of the year that nobody was excited about. 2 years in a row of completely ruining collector level, and unfortunately, at the core, what this should show us, and really what this year of my team at this point should show us, is that there is no reason whatsoever to be trusting anything, and I mean anything, that 2K tells us. And that is the honest truth. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything at all, but I just think, honestly, it's unacceptable, and it's no. To answer the question, no, do not lock this in. I feel like I don't even really know what to say because I'm just so baffled still to this, like, I know this happened a couple hours ago at this point, and I'm still just a bit shell-shocked that this is actually the strategy that 2K took, and the fact that they literally just decided to blatantly lie to their community. And so, with that being said, if you're close to collector level, if you want to complete it, more power to you, I guess. But if you're not close to it, or even if you are, my personal advice would be that there's no point, honestly. I would just sell everything you can, and I would sell this game, and if I could. No, you can't. But I would recommend, honestly, to most of y'all to just stop playing this game, because I don't think there's any... I'm not sure there's coming back from this, to be honest. I actually do believe, and I don't want to tangent, but I'm just going to real briefly comment this at the end of the video. I'm not sure that MyTEAM mode is going to be coming back the way that it was last year, or the way that it is this year in the future. I think they're going to completely rework the MyTEAM mode after this year, which is, I think, the reason and the excuse for all of this incredibly predatory practices, is there will not be a mode called MyTEAM in 2K next year. I'm pretty confident in that, actually. Would not be surprised at all if that is the case, and if they rework it and still have some sort of mode sort of like this, but it certainly doesn't work the same. Either that or MyTEAM will be a separate free-to-play thing separate away from 2K. I don't know, but regardless, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. No, don't lock it in. At the end of the day, that is the core. Don't lock it in. Don't complete the collector level. Do not financially support this company. And it's a real shame, the state that we're in. It really is, but it also is what it is. So what am I going to do about it? That's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.